Hannah Wallace and welcome to Finextra TV. We're here at Money 2020 Europe, and kindly joining me now in the press lounge is Todd Latham and Stephen Lemon from Currencycloud. Hello gentlemen,
Hey.
It's good to see you again. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Now the first thing I want to talk to you about is partnerships. It's a huge topic at Money 2020, so to start off then, can you tell us why they're so important going forward?
Yeah, so what's really interesting is in the last 5 years in the fintech industry, you've seen this massive explosion of different companies, all offering kind of different shades and different shapes of the same thing. And what we're starting to see, I think, as you move into kind of the last year or two, is more and more companies getting bigger and starting to join forces together, because ultimately consumers, businesses, they don't want to have to go to a million places. So you kind of had this whole trend of everything got unbundled, the bank got unbundled, everyone took little bits of it, and now you're seeing everything coming back together again. And I think partnerships is the first wave of what will end up ultimately being a wave of M&A activity to really drive consolidation in the industry.
Well, that leads me quite nicely into my next question. You've had an exciting announcement, partnership with Visa.
We have,
so
yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that first?
Yeah, so Steve will share a lot on that because he led the deal for us. But we're really excited by the collaboration with Visa, and effectively what we're doing is helping them to enable larger traditional players to compete with more tech-savvy fintech customers. And offer their customers more compelling travel experiences. So really kind of helping the big guys start to react to the upstarts in the industry.
Well, we'll come on to how it's helping the travellers in a little bit, but firstly I want to hear how the cloud-based payment platform of Currencycloud is helping Visa and also driving innovation.
Yeah, so it's really exciting for us actually, because we're taking our FX engine and enabling Visa to provide their issuers a dynamic and real-time FX pricing experience to the end customer, which is something that the challenger banks are just doing on a daily basis and taking for granted. But if you're a traditional major issuer, you still operate on a day rate. Our real-time pricing engine is enabling Visa to help the established traditional major issuers offer a much more modern service to the end customer.
All right, and what about the people on the ground, the travellers? How are they likely to benefit?
So it's transformational for them. So the current workflow, if you have a card on a major issuing bank, a traditional bank, and you're using a domestic card to make a foreign purchase, perhaps in a restaurant at a conference like this, you don't know what exchange rate you're getting. The transaction is authorised on the day that you do the transaction, but the conversion is done 3 days later, and you won't notice that until you get your statement later. So you've got no idea of controlling your expenditure. The new workflow that we're seeing so prevalent with the challenger banks and the initiative with Visa Allow is the customer can, one, get a better exchange rate at the point of sale, but also get a known exchange rate at the point of sale with a real-time notification, which is how it should be.
All right, and looking towards the future then, the sort of crystal ball question as it were, how do you see the international payments market evolving in the near future?
So in some ways, I think this arrangement we've got with Visa is prescient in this market, because what you're seeing everywhere is the drive towards transparency, towards real time. International payments is still in the dark ages, and we've been talking about it for 7 years, and it's moved a long way, but still 93% of flow goes through traditional routes, and it's massively expensive. Your funds don't arrive in full. All of the things we've been talking about for a long time. So Bill Gates has got this quote, which I can't remember perfectly, so I'll paraphrase, but the sentiment is that everyone expects massive revolution to happen really quickly, and you'll see far less change in the next year than you expect. But when you look over 10 years, you actually see far more change. So I think you look back in 10 years' time, and we'll be in a very different ecosystem.
So watch this space, it's safe to say. Todd, Stephen, as always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you
Thanks
very much.
for having us.